Welcome back. We're in our CBS News Atlanta control room. Well, you know his hits. Rick Ross is set to take the A by storm. He is bringing his nationwide tour to the historic Fox Theater. Our culture contributor Damez is sitting down with a rap legend ahead of tonight's show.
Hey y'all, I'm here with the boss himself, Ricky Rose. Welcome to CBS Atlanta.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, man, it's such a pleasure to have you here. And so before we get into all the big cultural events for this weekend, we know you live here in the city of Atlanta. How are you pouring into our city?
Man, just a lot of different ways, through a lot of different things. You know, at this point where I'm at, I remember when I had bike giveaways for Christmas, this and that. You know, you get to a certain point where, you know, certain things that go on you don't even got to speak on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And not only just in Atlanta, but we do this in Mississippi, Memphis, and Miami, of course, you know. So, you know, we doing what we do.
We're doing what we do. So it's been 2 decades since you've exploded into the music scene with your debut album, Port of Miami. And we are, as we know, 2 decades is an extremely long time for the music industry. What does that mean for you? Man,
it just means that we had a lot of amazing moments, had a lot of real fans, a lot of true supporters who seen my vision, and they still rocking with me. That's the only thing it can mean.
Yeah. So now you're headlining a nationwide tour.
Facts.
With the show right here in Atlanta tonight at the Fox Theater.
Fox Theater.
And you have an Atlanta-based group, the Renaissance Orchestra, joining you for the show. Talk about why you decided to do that this time around.
I just wanted to celebrate 20 summers in the game. Like I said, I could never imagine this, fathom this. And when it comes to sound, a lot of people understand my music is luxury rap or whatever it was, but now this is a luxury presentation. A black choir, a black orchestra, you know, and we just making it feel wealthy. We making it feel rich. I invited some of A-Town's biggest heavyweights out. Shout out to CeeLo Green, Goody Mob, 2 Chainz. And then, you know, I may have a few surprises. A-Town got to come out tonight and see. But, you know, it's just all about making sure I celebrate that moment, which was my very first album. So I just wanted to take time and elevate it. Imagine you hearing, you know, every day I'm hustling with a full choir, full orchestra, or Aston Martin music, or like I say, Tears of Joy with CeeLo Green, with a full orchestra, full, you know, choir. That's just something that's amazing to me, a true music lover.
That sounds beautiful. And I know you touched on it being, you know, a black choir and a black orchestra, and it's not lost on me how dope that is to be able to do something like this during June, which is Black Music Month. When you think about that and just in a historical context, what do you want your legacy to look like when it's all said and done?
Something that's set in stone, you know, 300 years from now. That's just like me. Sometimes I zone out and I just want to go through history and I just want to study the game and be a student.
Yeah.
What names should I know in this business or in this industry or whatever it is I'm doing? I'm sure Ricky Rose gonna be one of those a long time from now. And to me, that's the coolest thing.
Hey, you're already a legend in our eyes. So, I know that the attire for the event is black tie. What was the thought behind that?
Man, just like I said, wealthy.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just where you at mentally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the mental and the spirit gonna lead the physical. So that's what the presentation is. And for your summer, put your black tie on, ladies. You invited. Throw that gown on. You know what I mean? Show those toes off. You dig?
So, you know, the people want to know, man, can we expect any new music on the tour?
When it comes to the track listing, I always wait till the last minute, the last moment to see which, you know, confirmed guests or confirmed artists gonna come in.
Okay.
You never know what they expect, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, maybe that last 45 minutes to an hour, I make those last changes, so you never know. And I love that because it keeps the performing exciting for me as an artist and never allowing it just to become repetitious.
Keeps the suspense high.
Why not? You know, and that's for myself as well, and I need it just as much.
So after being in the game for so long, what do you still enjoy the most about touring?
It's still the music. You know, I grew up in Miami, so it's still that party. You know, from a sense of, you know, getting out, you know, throwing some gear on and listening to the music as if it was a film in the early 80s when I first started to see hip hop videos when I was a young jit rushing home to watch your MTV raps. So I still want to hear what's new. I'm still interested on what's coming from the South. I love to hear new artists I never heard of. I want to see them blow up and never heard of them. Respect to the ones who bubbling, but I want to hear, I want it to just be so new and what's this? Yeah, like that. So I still love to go out. I still love to travel, see things. I'm still legit. I'm still a youngster at heart.
How do you think the city of Atlanta has influenced your music over the years?
Like I said, I began recording out here in Atlanta first, really. You know what I mean? Shout out to Greg Street, shout out to Tomcat, shout out to Big Block.
There we go.
Yeah. Making those moves, they was taking me over the noontime. I seen it, ran into Young Jazzy Faye. This years before Rose ever had a hit record. So that's what the A-Town meant to me. So that's why as soon as I got my deal, I bought a crib right up here in the A-Town, put 2-3 studios in it. You know what I'm saying? We trapped out of there for years before I bought the Promised Land. So it's like, I'm well vested in the A. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, you don't know. You got to get down, you heard?
If they don't know, they're going to know today.
Oh, well, why not? You know what I'm saying? Put them up on game, you know what I'm saying?
So we know you have your 5th annual car and bike show tomorrow. What can we expect from that? What's new this year?
The whips,
ooh,
the bikes, the
to
trucks, big time, big time. The ladies coming out, the homies. One thing I love the most about the car show is you getting a network with heavyweights from everywhere. Them little dudes you see walking around with just a t-shirt on, these dudes, big boys, you know what I'm saying, in the car world and in other businesses, because it's a lot of business. Everybody know Rose want to talk business. Let's talk Moonyan. Let's talk some money. I don't care what you do. We can make something happen. And I'm talking about today. So it's that kind of atmosphere. And I done created business partners with, had to be a dozen people I done met at the car show. Yeah. At least I done bought cars from another dozen. So it's just that kind of energy. Let's get outside, let's network. This is a boss level vibe, and let's check out the cars and bikes.
Man, I'm excited to see the cars.
Next level. Last year we had a couple cars, 2 or 3 cars that had over 700,000 invested in them.
Wow.
Yeah, I had my 2 57 Bel Airs. One I got right over 500,000 in. Another one I bought from somebody at the first car show for 250. So it's like, it's next level.
It's just an ongoing network.
Why not? Why not? If you love cars and bikes, come out.
For sure. So we know that thousands of fans always come to this event. Are you partnering or doing anything with any of the local authorities to kind of keep the traffic down? What's the plan for that?
Yeah, we had to, my first car show, I ain't even think about nothing. I just wanted cars, whips,
right,
food vendors, you know what I'm saying, chicks in the front yard. I wasn't even thinking about, or I didn't have an idea of how big or how large that this could scale up to. So
the boss,
first 2 years, but still, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
So the first 2 years, we just had to learn how to deal with the traffic. The 3rd year came, the 4th year was perfected. This year, we got all the sheriffs involved, and we just, doing good business. We bringing a lot of money to the city. That's what I like too. You know what I'm saying? Just on that other note. It ain't no hotel rooms available for no hotels all around that. All the Airbnbs sold out, all the transport, all the black drivers, everybody. That's what I love to see. That's just me.
That's what we love to see too, man. So before we close this out, you've been in the game for such a long time, and in the arena of hip hop and pop culture, obviously there are so many young people and youth that look up to you. What do you have to say to anybody out there watching, especially the youth in Atlanta, that just want to hear from the big boss himself?
Man, there's no way you could have an idea of how much you're really worth. There's no way you could imagine that, but just dream big. Understand you're much more valuable than you could ever imagine. Now imagine that. Imagine that. You're much more valuable than you can ever imagine. It ain't no teacher in the world that could tell you what you worth, little man. You gotta see that and just let it bubble.
You preaching on Sunday too?
No, Creflo might have to sell me one of them churches.
Hey, we're so happy to have you here at CBS Atlanta, man. Thank you for joining us, Rick Ross. Make sure y'all check out the concert tonight and the Car and Bike Show tomorrow. Back to you.